Welcome back to True Crime with Shannon, where I cover missing persons, unsolved cases, crime news, and more. So I'm going to be discussing a case that's, I guess it's a little old because it happened right before the pandemic. And it's actually in Winter Park, Florida, in Orange County, which is the county I live in. I do not live in Winter Park, but it is an area that I'm highly familiar with because I run out there with my group quite a bit. So we're going to discuss the Sarah Boone case since it's about to go to trial. But before we do that, I like to feature a missing persons poster on the channel whenever I can. So let me pull up today's missing persons poster. Today's missing person is an at-risk missing person. This is Katrina Mosley. She's at risk due to her age. She's 14 years old, 5'5", 100 pounds, black hair with two long French braids, brown eyes, olive green jacket, gray sweater, and dark jeans, which is what she was last seen wearing. Last seen on January 9th in the 100th block of Sevy Circle, South Sacramento. This would be in California. If you have any information on this 14-year-old at-risk teenager, please contact the SPD at 916-808-5471, or you can always call 911. And actually, let me pull up one more real quick because there's way too many missings. Okay, and this one is a missing 16-year-old, Christopher Sanchez, last seen on Wednesday, January 4th at approximately 1:15 p.m. in the 88400 block of 11th Avenue. This looks like Alabama. Description, his 5'10", 155 pounds, black hair, and brown eyes. Last seen wearing, well, it looks like they don't know what he was last wearing. If you have any information on Christopher Sanchez, you're asked to call the Montgomery County Police non-emergency line at 301-279-8000, and that is a 24-hour line. So again, if you have any information on Christopher Sanchez, missing out of Montgomery County, Alabama, please do contact the authorities. So this is a crazy case, and I've been covering so many missings and unsolveds and all that as of late, but this one is really interesting, and I actually have to thank Tragos, the lawyer that you know, and I'm going to tag him in this because I heard about it from him, even though he's in Tampa and I am much closer to this case. I am about 45 minutes from, or the Orlando area, Winter Park. So yeah, we're both in the Florida area. So her trial is coming up. So I'm actually going to cover that. This is Fox 35 Orlando, a local station I am very much familiar with. But before we discuss the article here, I'm going to play the Court TV video and we're going to discuss that. It kind of gives you a good overview of the case, and I'm also going to play the video she took video on her cell phone, and also the 911 call. So let me pull those up. So this is from Court TV on the docket, and they have done exceptional coverage on this case. So I'm going to play part of it, and then we'll do some, I'll discuss it with you guys a bit, and then we'll play some more, because he's always got on excellent experts, and one of the experts he gets on is Ashley Banfield from News Nation, and I'm a huge Ashley Banfield fan. So let's check this out. It gives you an excellent overview of the case.
On the docket tonight, the suitcase murder trial out of Orange County, Florida. Here's the story of Sarah Boone.
911, what is the location of your emergency?
It's Monday, February 24th. There's a crisis at the home of Sarah Boone, prompting her to call 911.
Is this a police or medical?
My boyfriend is dead.
Okay, send the line for the fire department. Do not hang up.
The fire department takes over the call, and for the next few minutes, officials are obtaining critical details about what happened.
No, tell me exactly what happened there.
My boyfriend and I were playing last night, and I put him in a suitcase and we were playing. And like kind of hide and seek kind of thing. So I fell asleep and I woke up and he was dead in the suitcase, so I don't know what happened.
Okay, is he hanging from somewhere or what, ma'am?
No, I pulled him out of the suitcase. I tried giving him CPR.
Fire and rescue instruct Boone on how to give chest compressions.
Just keep on pumping. That's all you need to do for me. Keep on pumping his chest for me. I don't need you to stop and talk or anything. I just want you to count out loud for me, okay?
31, 32. Please hurry.
Okay, ma'am, they're getting there as fast as they can, okay?
He's deaf and he's purple.
EMS arrived within minutes and advised Boone that her boyfriend, Jorge Torres, had been down too long and there was nothing more they could do. Boone explained she and Torres were drinking the night before and thought it would be funny if he got inside of a suitcase for a game of hide and seek. The next day, deputies returned and arrested Boone and charged her with second-degree murder in Torres' death. Boone's story about a childhood game gone awry unraveled when investigators say they found video on her cell phone showing Boone taunting and laughing at Torres while he was struggling to get out of the suitcase. Police say he was yelling he couldn't breathe and asking Boone for help. According to police, Boone was captured on video saying, "That's what I feel like when you cheat on me." When confronted with the video, officers say she told them she didn't remember those moments. But to investigators, those moments add up to motive for second-degree murder.
All right, this defendant has several problems, and it begins with the video of what happened as Jorge is locked inside this suitcase. Also, her reaction to the whole thing and the delay in calling authorities. A lot to get through. Let's bring in our think tank. Still with us.
All right, before he gets to his think tank. So they were playing hide and seek. I don't know about you guys, but I remember hide and seek as a game that somebody hides. Okay, you don't help them hide. You count to 10 or what have you with your eyes covered, and then you call out that you're going to come find them. You don't put them in a suitcase or any other item that their body could contort to. And why did Jorge allow her to put her in the suitcase? That's a question I would like to know. I suppose that they were drinking and they thought this was funny. It was funny that it was so funny that it cost him his life. And the fact that she videotapes him and taunts him, and I'm going to play that as well. Banfield and the other guests, I'm actually blanking on her name right now, and my apologies. She also mentions the whole fact that, and I agree with her, why do these people videotape themselves doing these things? Do you not realize that that's going to come back and bite you in the ass? Come on, you guys. Seriously. So, okay, maybe they were playing, they were doing some crazy stuff, and she puts them in the suitcase. The problem is her taunting of her boyfriend is really what's going to get her. That's really the end of it, because she doesn't let him out. You know, he begs her, he tells her he can't breathe. She taunts him and tells him, she curses at him and what have you, and I don't know whether she truly passed out. We don't know that part. But whatever reason, she wakes up the next morning and she realizes, oh my gosh, he's still in the suitcase. She unzips the suitcase and her boyfriend is dead. So, regardless of whether this was a funny game or not, her videotaping it and taunting him, that is what's going to get her, I think. So I'm actually going to show the video. Well, there was two videos, but this one here is the first video that she took of her boyfriend in the suitcase begging for her to let him out. And then we're going to see what some of the experts had to say on this as well.
Sarah.
Trigger warning, guys. There is some language on this.
For everything you've done to me.
Sarah.
For everything you've done to me.
Sarah.
Fuck you.
Sarah.
Fuck you.
Sarah.
Stupid.
Sarah.
That's my name. Don't wear it up.
Sarah. I can't fucking breathe, babe. Seriously.
Yeah, that's when you do when you choke me.
Sarah. 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 Sarah, I can't breathe, babe.
That's on you.
Sarah, I can't breathe.
It's on you.
Sarah.
Reel around some. Might want to get video for it extra. Because I got this.
Sarah.
Reel around
Sarah. Sarah, I can't breathe, babe.
Oh. That's what I feel like when you ching on me.
Sarah.
Fuck you.
Fucking breathe, Sarah.
Yeah. You should probably shut the fuck up.
Sarah.
See, this is the video, and there's a second video, like I said, and I'm not going to show it here, but you can definitely search for it. It is on YouTube, and it's on TikTok and Facebook. This is the video that is going to get her in trouble. Not that she wouldn't have gotten in trouble before, but this is proving the motive, that whether she thought it was something she really was going to leave him in there or not, we don't truly know that. But she mocks him, and she tells him that, she's saying, I don't give a crap, deal with it. Who leaves somebody in there if you are truly not trying to cause them harm? And she tapes all this, leaves it on her phone, and laughs and thinks it's great. And as of a note that's not really related, what the heck is up with her carpet? The girl needs to clean her house. And the sad part is she's got a child, like I said. So the good part is that kid is now with his dad. So, but let me pull up some of the commentary from a couple folks like Banfield. All right, so he's had a few experts on his show regarding this case. And like I said, there's about 3 or 4 different episodes, but I love Banfield. So her being on here and discussing this particular case really intrigues me. Of course, I like to hear all the experts. I'm always interested in multiple opinions on it, but this one here has Ashley Banfield and I believe Julie. I'm blanking on her last name. My apologies. I will make sure I have that listed for everyone, and it does show on the screen. So let's check out what they had to say about the suitcase situation.
Let's bring in Court TV special contributor Ashley Banfield and Court TV anchor Julie Grant. Ashley, I remember the Melanie McGuire case, but in the suitcase after chopping the body up. This one, how does this even happen? Like, how do you get someone inside a suitcase? And do you think he went in there voluntarily?
It's all a bit weird. I'll give you that. And I will add that Melanie McGuire's choice in luggage was, I think, Kenneth Cole, and they were matching. I mean, she really had class in the murder that she committed. This one is odd, though. It's hard not to give her that due when she says it was all a bad game that just kind of got out of hand. I'd been drinking too much Chardonnay and I just fell asleep. Except for those pesky videos, Vinny, that tend to show up on your phone when you're just too stupid to not record your crimes. And for her to yell those things out on videotape, let's just repeat them for the audience. For everything you've done to me, blank you, stupid. And that's on you. That's what I feel like when you cheat on me. Those are the kinds of things that, whatever her story is, a juror is going to have a really tough time getting past that.
Julie, I'm trying to figure out how he ends up in the suitcase.
I completely agree with Banfield. I thought that immediately before I heard her comments, about those pesky videos and her basically taunting him and, cursing at him. That, as a juror, that would get me going, lady, what? So, yeah, that's going to be her ultimate demise, in my opinion. So let's check out what Julie has to say.
Right? Because if the plan is to kill him in the suitcase, I mean, he's not going to voluntarily go in there unless maybe they were playing hide. Why would you? I don't even understand hide and seek in a suitcase. That's
right.
Can you explain any of this, Julie? Because I can't.
Honest to God, I wish I could. What are they, like 10 years old, hide and seek? Let's get drunk and play hide and seek and get inside of a suitcase? Really? Two rational adults? I don't think so. It's all, as Ashley said, very weird, very bizarre, and how it escalated from this so-called game, this drinking game where they're playing around the house, to her being charged with second-degree murder is really beyond me. But one thing I do know about this couple is they've got a history of alcohol and abuse. In 2018, Sarah Boone was charged with battery and strangulation after, guess what? The two went to a bar, they were drinking, came home, got into a physical fight. But then the case ended up being dropped because they both went to court and said they didn't want this to move forward, didn't want to testify against each other, yada, yada, yada. Here we are. And we know that neighbors are reporting that it's awfully loud in that apartment that they share, routinely, a lot of yelling, a lot of fighting. So really that goes to an MO, if prosecutors have one, that, look, this was second-degree murder, maybe not premeditated, maybe not planned, but really showed a depraved heart in committing this crime and a total disregard for human life, Vinny. Unbelievable.
Ashley, I want to get back to the first question, how he gets in there to begin with.
I love you, Vinny. Nothing gets by you. You're like, no. How you get in the suitcase?
Well, and the reason I say this is the jury will want to know, because if he gets in voluntarily, maybe it's a game of hide and seek that goes bad at some moment, then it's something less than murder. Whereas maybe does she at gunpoint or threatening way say, get in the suitcase, right?
Right. And do you remember when those pesky videos come back to haunt you? Pesky science can also come back to haunt you. And his autopsy showed some pesky science for her defense. And let me just go over some of the important details. He had injuries all over his body, long nail scratches to his upper back, a large nail scratch to the back of his neck, contusions to his left shoulder, left skull, and left forehead. And apparently the arrest affidavit said that the forehead contusions were considered caused by blunt force trauma. So that's what the reports tell us. And so what I'm trying to, when I try to put my, pieces of the puzzle together, I'm thinking that maybe he was battered and was slightly, semi-conscious and ended up in the suitcase. But on video, he can be heard begging for his life, saying, seriously, I can't breathe. You got to let me out of here. And the video shows him pushing and trying to get out as well. So he may have gone in involuntarily, and then been fully conscious when he realized the situation he was in.
I agree completely. I think he might have went in there voluntarily. But yeah, they mentioned to her in the interviews when they're interrogating her later on that he had scratches on his back and stuff, and they kind of asked her if that was involved in, bedroom games, and she kind of said, yeah. And then, but the, contusions and stuff, that's a whole nother situation. So either he willingly went in there thinking it was funny, they were drinking, they were having a good old time and what have you, or she legitimately beat him up and shoved him in there, though I don't know. But yeah, how do you explain? See, the scratches, I think you can kind of explain off, but contusions, yeah, how did he get the contusions on his head? Good question. So let's continue to listen to the end of this.
Yeah, that's what I think the trial is going to be about, because the video, at the end clearly demonstrates that she's not helping him when he's in distress at that moment. Julie Grant, quickly, before we run out of time here, does she have to testify here to explain this situation if she's looking to either be convicted of something less or perhaps a not guilty?
Yeah, I think she does. I think she does need to testify. Of course, it's her right to remain silent. But here, when we have only two people in that apartment who know exactly what went down, and one of them cannot share their version of events because they're deceased, I think it's to her benefit if she does. Also, I think it's to her benefit if she gets a mental health evaluation and a drug and alcohol evaluation as well, Vinny.
And lastly, I'm going to show the body cam footage the morning after, when she's speaking to law enforcement, and her ex-husband is also there because she called him before she called 911. And like I said, there's a lot more to all this, but I want to overload you guys with all this right now. So we're going to watch this, and then we will go through her interrogation stuff in a later video. So let's check out the body cam footage.
He was last seen last night, so.
You could get all your guys out of there.
What's that?
You could get everyone out of there.
Wrapping up getting info. You gotta report on to see all your names and stuff.
Oh yes, thank you. Who pronounced?
She did. Oh, right there.
Did you call it? What time did you call it?
I got a time for it.
Hello there.
Hi.
You live here?
Yes.
Okay, I'll talk to you. We gotta get some information
I
from the
know.
fire
That's
department.
the property manager. I don't know if I should go tell him really quick or just so he knows what's going on.
Where is he at?
And he wants that way.
Oh, don't worry about that. We'll take care of that for you, okay?
I had a cigarette, but
I'll get it for you, okay? Wait 1 second, okay?
I really need something to drink.
Okay,
I got my Dr. Pepper on the counter.
Okay, we'll take care of you. Give me 1 second.
It's Armando.
I gotta watch you.
You can't go back inside. What's going on? Who is he to you? Boyfriend?
Yes, for like 3.5 years.
What happened?
He and we drank last night. We had a.
Can you pass this to the around to the FD guys? Stop. They need to sign that for sure.
They're with me, so they're not.
Oh, they're not leaving. Okay.
I think I will for
No. Each of them has to. Because this might be a real scene. So each of them has to put their name.
Normally
in
we all I just put everybody.
Yeah, you call it working.
What's going on? I just got here, so fill me in.
No problem. Like,
Yeah,
he and I were putting a puzzle together. We've been doing some artwork together.
You are putting a puzzle together?
Yes, we have a puzzle that we started in there.
Okay.
We've been doing art, trying to take the stuff off the wall to make new art put up there, like having a good time with one another. But we're drinking. We had a bottle of wine last night.
Okay.
So then it's like, we decided to play hide and seek, right?
Okay.
So he gets in the suitcase, okay?
Who is this guy?
That's my ex-husband, my former husband.
How did he lives here with you guys?
No, I called him over here.
Okay.
I didn't know what to do.
Okay.
I didn't know what to do.
Okay.
So then he came over here.
Here, let's talk in private, okay?
I called you guys. I tried giving you CPR. The problem is I fell asleep.
When did you do CPR?
This morning when I found it.
Before you called?
Yes.
One o'clock right now.
I tried. I was awake, but I actually got out of the bed at like 12:30ish, whatever. So I came downstairs, and I was like, oh, he's in the suitcase still. And that's when I found him, and I took him out, and I tried doing CPR, and then I called him, and then I called you guys.
Did he get here before the fire department got here?
Who?
Your husband or
Yes.
your ex-husband?
Yes.
Okay. Where does he live at?
Right down the street.
Okay. So you were playing and who zipped him up?
I did, but then I fell asleep.
Okay. You're okay. I wasn't here. I'm just trying to figure out what happened.
I fell asleep, so I don't know if he suffocated or like had an aneurysm or a heart attack or what.
What kind of medical conditions does he have?
None that I know of.
Nothing that you know of.
None
You
that I
didn't take
know
any
of.
medicine
No.
last night?
No.
No medicine.
All we had was a bottle of wine. Literally, just a bottle of wine.
Okay.
Doing puzzle artwork. Then we decided to play hide and seek. That's all that happened.
Okay.
So I don't know if he had a heart attack or what in there. Like, I don't know what happened.
So how long were you doing CPR on him prior to you calling 911? You tried that all morning?
Yes.
Okay.
And then I called him while I was
What
doing
time
CPR.
did you start? Probably give me a rough ballpark. Here, let me fill this deputy in, okay?
Please, may I have my Dr. Pepper? I am
Hold on,
so
one
cotton
second,
mouth
one
right
second.
now.
Ma'am, and you can't talk to him until we get done
Okay,
with
that's
this,
fine.
okay?
Just don't leave, okay, Brian?
Thank you, ma'am.
Well,
Appreciate it.
Have a good one.
Thank you.
I'm gonna get Lucas eventually.
I know.
Do me a favor. Stand over there by that car. Give me 1 second. Just give us a second, okay? We gotta-
Somebody else on that call to break and it's on the counter.
I can't remove anything from out of the house.
I'm so thirsty. Like, I'm
Here, I want you to sit down because I don't want you passing out. This is probably a lot for you to deal
I
with,
need
right? Sit.
Ma'am,
I
some
don't.
water. Just water.
I can get you some water, okay? Just I want you not on your feet because I don't want you passing out on me.
I need water.
Okay, I'll get some for you.
222 Charlie, put you on it.
Hey, how are you? Okay, so you don't live here in this house.
No. I live down in Lake Winata Cove down
Lake
there.
Winata Cove. Okay.
Yeah.
So kind of tell me how you came here today, or
Well, I had been calling.
come down here because we got to talk about
I've been calling since.
it. You've been calling your ex-wife or current wife?
Yes.
Okay.
No. Ex-wife. We've
Okay.
been divorced about a year and a half.
Charlie, 220 Bravo.
About 11:30 is when I started calling to find out because this is supposed to be her day.
Can you give me
for her child.
1764, please?
Okay.
She's generally not very good about always doing it. She tends to
10-4.
drink.
They called back and said
She
she
has
was
a bit of
still
a
there,
problem
or
there.
she came back. At
So
the
I was
post
calling to
office,
find out if she was going to be getting him or not today.
From school.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So I started calling like 11:30, called every half hour or so, and then
She was back inside the lobby.
finally got a hold of her
I'll call
at
back.
12:49,
Charlie,
which
220
is
Bravo.
when she told me what was going on and if I'd come over here. So I came
She
over.
called at 12:45.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or 12:49.
12:49.
Got over here, told her she needed to call 911, get somebody over here, and then basically she said she needed to go outside, have a drink and a cigarette. I walked back out the house because I didn't really want to
Who
be
called?
in there.
Did you call or did she call?
Well, I called. She called me back when I was on my way to make sure I was coming over.
Emirates 16.
But
I need water really bad.
I called her
Give me 1
initially.
second, okay?
10-4-13.
But I called her
Do
initially.
you have water in your car by any chance?
I don't think so.
Nothing?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't.
Okay, so she called, you get over here.
I called her first.
Okay.
Trying to find out if she's going to be at Lucas. That's when she told me everything was going on. I got my stuff together, put the puppy up in his crate. When I was starting to drive over here is when she called me to make sure I was coming, and then I got over here right after
Did you
that.
go inside and see and then?
I walked inside the front. I didn't see the little front tile area.
Come on, step this way.
I saw legs. I just didn't really want to be in there around it, so I told her. I
Well,
was
just
going
for
to
the
come
sake of the
outside.
crime scene, I want to know if I were to find your footprint, it would be because you went this far into the house. So did you actually make entry
I don't
past
think
the threshold?
I don't think I ever made it to the carpet. I think it was just in that. I've been over here before.
Right. Yeah.
But no, I don't think I stepped past
You
that
did- okay.
tile area.
Okay. So
I don't think. I touched doorknob. I don't think I touched anything in the kitchen. I don't know if that really matters.
Yeah. Okay, so that's pretty much the gist of what you have. Well, sit tight for us. We're going to make a few phone calls, and then we'll go from there. Do you know if he has any medical issues or?
I don't.
Okay, but you've met him before.
I've met him before, yes. Okay. Yes. They've got a whole fun history.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. You guys have called over there quite a few times.
For the two of them?
Yeah, he's been arrested like 5 times against her, so.
Really? Okay, I'm not familiar with. So, I haven't been here personally. So they have
he's currently on parole because of it, so.
Because of domestic violence with her?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yes, from last time he got whatever it's called, retrial something or other. He had to go to a domestic violence class. Okay. I know he was doing it, a parole officer, stuff like that. But I mean, like, every time she'd have him arrested, the next day she was trying to get him bailed out of jail. So I don't know what it is.
Oh, she's getting water from this tap. Probably gonna pass out on us. Okay, well, listen, please do me a tight.
Oh, no.
I'll make a few phone
not a problem.
calls.
I mean,
where does your kid need to be picked up?
Lakemont Elementary.
How soon, though?
3 o'clock is
3
when he gets
o'clock,
out.
okay.
I normally leave out.
Let me try and get this going for you, because I know you need that. Over here. Martinez.
Okay, so obviously it still goes on for quite a bit longer, and I'm going to include the link, of course, in the information of the video if you would like to watch the rest of the body cam. What keeps standing out is she keeps telling him how thirsty she is. She's more concerned about her thirst than she is about her dead boyfriend. Interesting, huh? So, I don't know. I think either it was a game gone wrong or she meant to do it and she, beat him and shoved him in there. I don't know. But when she says it was a game of hide and seek, again, that's not hide and seek, honey. That's something totally different. And when they're saying they're playing games and stuff, I don't think I really want to know what sort of games they play. But it's not looking good for her. If I was a juror, seeing that video and the first video and there's a second video, he's moving around in there and he's asking to come out. He can't breathe and she's taunting him. That's really going to seal her fate, in my opinion, regardless of whether she meant to or not. And she's got a history, of violence with him. And, he's obviously wasn't a saint either, but yeah, so it was definitely a bad situation for them both, and it cost him his life, and it's going to cost her, I think, her life or a good portion of it behind bars. So let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I'm going to cover the interrogation and stuff soon. Like I said, the case is about to hit trial. Let me actually check the date on that, because I am trying to get caught up on this one. The trial, according to Fox 35, is actually set to begin on January 30th at 9 a.m. So I don't know if they are going to stream it or do any videos. That I do not know at this point. And it does state further that there's a pretrial hearing on January 17th. So between now and the 17th and the beginning of the actual trial on the 30th, we'll do another video or two to cover more on this, and we'll follow it ongoing. And like I said, it's local to me, so yeah, I mean, be kind of interesting to be able to go down there and sit and watch the trial. Probably can't do that with work, but it would definitely be interesting thing to watch. All right, guys, if you would do me a favor on your way out, hit that like button, that little thumbs up for me. I really would appreciate it if you did. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, I would also love it if you would. hit that nice red subscribe button and the notification bell. That way you'll be notified whenever I post a new video. And of course, I'm always interested in what you guys think, so leave me a comment and I read them all. And with that said and done, I hope you guys have a great rest of the day. And most of all, stay safe.